Ugh, sometimes, you know what? Life has to completely fall apart. Like, I'm talking about everything. Nothing is working. Everything feels like a hot mess. You're exhausted. You're overwhelmed. And you hit this point where you're like, wow, I literally cannot do this anymore. And as painful as this moment is, that is usually the exact moment that your life is trying to change you. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie. If you are new, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you. On my channel, we talk all things of healing, self-love, and self-care, and becoming your dream woman. And today we are going to talk about how hitting rock bottom can actually shift your life and change you for the better. And a few years ago, that was me. I felt like my whole life was a complete mess. I had tried everything that I could think of to really make myself feel better about my life. I tried losing weight. I went back to school. I got a degree. I ended up getting a new job, making more money. I tried to be a better mom, a better wife, a better everything. And even though I was doing it all, I still really didn't feel fulfilled. And to be honest, sometimes it still wasn't enough for other people either. So I was left like sitting there like, what else am I supposed to do? And then my life hit a breaking point. I was going through a divorce. And I remember crying out to God, saying, God, you say, you only give us as much as we can handle, but I am no longer able to handle anything more, right? I felt like I had everything stacked. I was scared, not just about the divorce, but about everything it triggered within inside me. Because what people don't talk about is this. When your life starts falling apart, it brings up everything that you've never healed. For me, it brought back reminders of when I was a young mom, struggling financially, trying to survive without support. Even though I was making more money now, that fear was still sitting in there like it was just happened yesterday. And that voice was still saying, you're going to fail. You're not going to make it, and you're going to, struggle again. And the truth is, most people around you won't even understand that fear, especially if they've never gone through it. But they can't fully guide you through something that they've never experienced themselves. And on top of all of that, this was during COVID. So the world felt unstable as it is. Life felt weird outside, and life felt weird inside of my home as well. Everything just felt uncertain. And I remember thinking, like, how am I supposed to rebuild my life in the middle of all of this? And this is where I had the massive realization where you can get the job, you can make more money, you can lose the weight, you can achieve those goals, but none of them will actually fix how you feel inside, especially when things hit the fan. Because money doesn't create worthiness. It might give you a temporary high, but it doesn't give you the peace. It doesn't give you fulfillment. Because if it did, then there wouldn't be the wealthy people who are deeply, unhappy. What I started to understand is this. If you don't heal, your trauma is running your life behind the scenes. Every decision you make, every belief that you have, every pattern you decide that you're going to repeat is all coming from your past. So if you've experienced betrayal, financial struggle, abandonment, toxic relationships, and you haven't healed from any of it, it's going to show up as thoughts like, there's no good men out there. Money is bad. I'll never exceed. I'm not enough. And that voice, that's not true. That's just the unhealed pain. Here is the truth that most people want to avoid. The voice does not go away until you start to face those things, until you heal it, and until you release it. Because you cannot become your dream woman while still carrying around your past versions of yourself. And when I finally started doing that deep healing work, everything changed. I felt lighter, calmer, and more at peace. And for the first time in my life, I felt happy within myself. Not just from the outside things, right? Of getting a new outfit or losing weight or anything like that. It's because of who I became, right? And that was the most important thing that I could have done. So if you're watching this and thinking, I've done everything and I'm still not happy, I want you to hear me when I say this. You're not broken. You're just unhealed in certain areas. And until you end up going there, nothing on the outside is going to fully change how you feel on the inside. And so if you're ready to do that deep dive, I have 2 ways to support you. I have my deep healing program. This is where you go into your self-worth, your patterns, and your subconscious blocks. And then I also have my 30-day Becoming Her challenge. And this is for you if you've already done a large portion of your healing and you're just ready to step into that dream identity and maybe need still a little bit more of healing involved. And I'll be honest, if you haven't done that deep healing yet, start there first, because I want real lasting transformation for you. And the 30-day challenge is not going to be long lasting if you haven't done the deep work yet. I went from feeling lost, overwhelmed, and broken to feeling peaceful, fulfilled, and truly happy in my own life. And I want that for you too. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel worthy, and you deserve your dream life. But it all starts within you. You have to want that for yourself as well. And I hope that you say yes to yourself and yes to healing. And I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.